Hello and welcome to another episode here in Osiris with me, Vedagavia. Yes, I'm stuck on a pillar in the desert, but actually that's not too bad because you can see the track down there and I can explain what we are doing today. So over there, I don't know if you can see, there's a village and next to it is a grey box. In that box is 3 villagers that I put in minecarts. And the plan is to move them to our spawn island. And yeah, we're going to do quite a few things with villagers over there in the end, but the first thing is the iron farm. So we're moving them today officially to start breeding them to construct the iron farm. And it's a long journey. It's behind me, as I stand now, around 2,000 blocks. And I know I could move them through the nether or whatever, but I don't really want to. I want to try this because I have a tunnel right where the track goes down in underground there that leads all the way to the spawn island. And the reason for that is that I was mining and I got a bit carried away, so I thought actually since we have this tunnel it shouldn't be too difficult and hopefully a bit less fiddly than to, you know, go around with nether portals and whatnot. So yeah, all I've done so far is lay down tracks to, well, just basically in there and collect the villagers. So now I'm waiting for daytime so that we can move them. And we're gonna do a little time lapse of moving villagers, and then when we get back we're gonna see how that went. So cue the Benny Hill music, guys. It's time for some farce. See you in a bit. And yeah, that went really well. I mean, I got the 3 villagers over here to the spawn island, and well, I was a bit worried because you know, villagers tend to attract zombies. As you can see, there's one guy over here in the pool now, and at night they gather around here like mad people. Oh, and there's a burning guy there. Yeah, so zombies. So I was a bit scared because I only had 3 of them. So I did a quick browse, and Impulse SV had this village breeder, this infinite village breeder, and yeah, there we go, they're breeding again. They're still breeding. They're gonna fill this cube up. It's ridiculous, because in his video he said, well, they're all gonna, the small ones are all gonna fall down there in this hole, and it's all very nice, but actually I might have built it wrong, because you know, most of them seems to not fall down the hole. That's a ridiculous amount of villages here. So I've tried to count them. I think there's over 30 at the moment, which is silly. And hey, you. Yeah, I died once. I don't know if I caught that on camera. I fell into the lava because I had my efficiency 4 pick, and it turns out it's quite hard to run and pick up trails when you have a too good a pick. So I picked up a stone underneath me, and yeah, it had lava underneath it, and I fell into it. I couldn't get up. All my items got destroyed. Yeah, but other than that, it went well. So since then, I've also done another thing, and that is I've gone to the desert and I've dug up a metric ton of sand. Actually, it was anyway 5 double chests full. And the reason for that is that we need to now fill this in. And as usual, I'm about to jump into the water, by the way, but as usual when it comes to Minecraft you won't be able to see very well. But I filled in the perimeter here with the sand wall going all the way down. Unfortunately, as you can see, it's fairly deep. Yeah, and I mean, this is 32 by 32, so that's 4 chunks. And the depth is on average, I think, around 16. So that's 16 times 16 times 16 for 1 blocks of sand for 1 chunk, and then time that by 4, and you end up with 256 or so stacks. And 1 chest contains 9 times 6, which is 54. Is 9 times 6 54? Yes, it is. So we'll see if this is enough. It should be alright, I hope. And yeah, that's my next job. So plan of action here. Oh, by the way, we're doing an iron farm. Yes, just tying that back in with the whole thing here. So plan of action here is fill in first this inner circle hill here. First, I can't speak today. Sorry, guys. First, this inner circle here, as they say in England, and then go outwards towards the edge. And you know, that's fairly boring stuff, so I'm gonna do it off camera. I gotta tell you, however, that digging sand is very fun. It's a lot of fun. It's not at all a bad idea. Go to the desert, have a couple of efficiency 4 and breaking 3 shovels, and just fire away. It's great fun. The boring part was getting it all here, and that took me some time. I had to, I think, make 3 trips per double chest, so that's 3 times 5, 15 trips back and forth, and yeah. I need to set up a minecart system down there and then in the nether to transport stuff, if nothing else. And yeah, so anyway, I shall get going on this. Plan of action, fill this in, make it into an iron farm, and then only then will I move some villagers over here. So we'll see how far we get today, but I'm gonna start filling stuff in. Right, that took about an hour to do the inner circle here, and I think it's a little bit deeper than 16 on average, at least out here. Hopefully it's more shallow this way. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's much shallower. Yeah, okay, a little bit. Yeah, we'll see if this is enough. I mean, it's gonna take me maybe half an hour per quadrant here to fill this in, so I better keep working. Yeah, I've used up all of this chest and half of this chest or so, and I do have some more, obviously in my inventory as well, and I have some more as well back in the desert. So and obviously I can get more, but I don't really want to run back and forth anymore. So yep, I'll get on it, and we'll see how we do. It's done! It is done! Look at me running over the fields. There's a hole there, and that's for good reason. Yeah, we're pretty much done with this, and so let's just peer up and see. It's actually the next day now when I'm recording, and that's because this took forever. It might not look like much, to be honest. It's 4 chunks. But I think it was a bit deeper than I thought on average. I think maybe 20 or so deep. And that is a lot of blocks. It's around about 5,000 blocks I've placed down here. And so yeah, it's done. Woohoo! And yeah, what are we gonna do next, you wonder? Why is this thing here? Well, I'm gonna explain a bit about what we're doing. I need to eat. What we're going to be doing here, and then that is going to be the end of the episode, because this took, like I said, quite a long time. So you will notice this here circle, and what that is going to be the water. So from each of the corners here in the circle, water is going to flow down towards the center here, and this is the spawning area for the iron golems. So they're going to fall down here and be killed. And this area around here on the outside of the circle, that is where we're going to build a village. So we're going to build a village here, and it's going to look quite nice, I hope. The idea behind this farm is that things don't have to be completely symmetrical when you build an iron farm. All that matters is that on each of the 4 sides of the spawning area, there needs to be an equal amount of doors. But the exact layout can actually vary. So we're gonna do that and try and make it look like it belongs here. In my head, these guys are the dock workers, because while I have been filling in this big square, we also have to make it look natural in the end. So this here wall, that's not gonna be there. We're gonna make this part of a natural curve going over to that block there or so. And then this is going to be the harbor. And the harbor obviously needs dock workers, and that's going to be these guys. We also need to do something with this side. So I reckon from that block there, we're going to draw a line to roughly out here, and then it's going to go sort of out to this peak here, and we're going to have to do a bit more out here. So that's a whole different story, that is, though. My priority now is just to get the iron farm up and running, and so we can start doing other things, and this thing will just sit around and produce iron, and then we'll get back to the rest later. That being said, however, we're going to make it look pretty, the village part of it, and that is going to happen in the next episode. So with that, I shall bid you farewell. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's been a bit all over the place. I've recorded it over a whole week's worth of time. Sort of on and off, and when I've had a bit of time. And you might say there's not too much content here. I mean, some villager stuff, and I made a square thing. But actually, that took a long time, and it is hard to move villagers, and it's a lot of work to move sand as well. It's actually more work to move sand. So I would avoid that if I were you, if you have any sanity. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave a like if you did, and feel free to subscribe and comment and share the video. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye bye.